Yes, hello. Welcome to Exploring Demodex Mice on Lemurs project. So Michelle and I were doing this project, and mice are small arthropods and parasitic, and we studied hair samples of captive lemurs differ by species. And what we were trying to find was if some lemur species had more mice than other species, and if the age or sex of lemurs affected the mite presence. And we found out that crown lemurs had more mice than other lemur species, and there was no associations found between the age or sex of lemurs and mite presence. This is very important to us as almost nothing is known about the mite presence in lemur diversity and the relationship between mice and lemurs. So feel free to look at those and let us know if you have a question. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm working with Taeim on this project. I drew the Duke Lemur Center, this picture right here, and I drew a little lemur holding a microscope looking at a mite because this just explains our project. We work with the Duke Lemur Center and the veterinarians there. They provide us the hair samples, so we're able to look at the hair samples that they give us under the microscope and see the presence of mites in the lemurs. We did have a small sample size in our last project, so going forward, we hope to gather up more slides and more sample sizes in order to determine if there is a correlation between sex and age. In our past research, we have not seen one yet. We did see that the crown lemur, like Taeim said, had more presence of a mite, but going forward, we want to do more research in this and gather a bigger sample size.
Michelle, you sparked my interest. So how many lemurs could you possibly get samples from?
Well, they don't have, at Duke Lemur Center, they only have a select handful of lemurs that they test from, that they provide us the slides for. So, but we didn't get as many slides as we would like to last year. Thankfully, over summer, they still allowed us to pick up the slides. So we've gathered quite a bit. We probably have around like 50 to 100 slides in our fridge right now that we need to look at. Due to COVID, we haven't had a chance to yet. But we do want to look at all those slides. I think that they have about 5 lemurs that we've looked at. In the future, we hope to get more as more lemurs come into their center to look at those lemurs as the veterinarians assess those for their annuals. But we still have to look at the slides that they've given us. It's just because of COVID, we haven't been able to yet. We're in the process right now of writing a review paper from all of the different review papers we found online. Unfortunately, there's not that much research on mites and lemurs, but we have compiled a couple of them, so we're in the process of writing one now. But we did notice that it's very prevalent in certain primates, but not others, but it's more prevalent in wild primates than captive. So that's why it's kind of hard seeing the mite species on the ones at Duke Lemur Center because they are well taken care of. So that's why we want to see if there's a difference between the mites and the sex or the age of these lemurs. And thankfully, Duke Lemur Center provided us that information.
We have another question in the chat box for you all. Are the mites present year-round?
That's a great question. So we were going to look at it in the future work, but we didn't find the mite presence in year round. Like we just look at the species samples when we got the samples from the Lemur Center. So I think that is a great point for our next project to continue this work. Thank you.